Look what we've got here. An unboxing video. Alexa, play dramatic music sound effect.
I can't find dramatic music sound effect songs.
Alexa, play a dramatic sound effect.
Here's a sample of the Sound Effect Man by Shelly Man, Rob Screamer.
Alexa, shut up. Okay, still some fun to have with Alexa. It's not working quite as intended. So today I got a parcel in the post, and I think I know what it is. It could be my prize from Psychedelic Babe's 1200 subscriber video. So the clue on the side there, that made me think I knew what it was. But let's open it up and have a look. Okay, lots of packing bags. I shall have fun popping them later. Let's get rid of all that. We have a plug, UK adapter, and JBL ProFlora U504. So let's open this up. Okay. So I assume CO2 tubing rather than airline tubing, although pretty much the same stuff. An instruction booklet. Don't need that. Ooh. Okay, so this must be the CO2 canister. That was for dramatic effect. Obviously, I will read the instructions later. I'm just doing my stereotypical man thing and pretending not to need them. But off camera, I will study them. So, we've got a CO2 canister. Quite sturdy one. Non-refillable CO2 canister. So, hopefully, that's... Even though that's non-refillable, I can get some kind of replacement parts rather than having to buy the official, because I'm a cheap Scotsman and I don't like to buy official parts all the time. So we've got a diffuser, which looks pretty good. Nice glass one, or ceramic in fact. Yeah, ceramic diffuser in a glass case. We have... don't know what that is, some kind of fertilizer. Ferropol 24. Yeah, I think it's just their fertilizer. So with my understanding of Fantic tanks and how they work, obviously I've been doing the liquid forms of fertilizer and CO2, well, carbon mix, liquid carbon. So no different, just because I'm putting in actual CO2. Bubble counter. Test kit, always like a good test kit. CO2 plus pH. Oh, hang on, bat phone's ringing. Bat phone stopped ringing. Packing. More fertilizer. Same stuff. With a regulator and an Allen key to put it all together. So, quite the haul. I wonder what the difference between Ferropol 24 and Ferropol is. But anyway, so let's find those instructions. So quite the comprehensive set of instructions there for all the different ProFlora models. Obviously this is the 500. Well, that's the 500. It says 504 on the box. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. I won't make you sit and watch me read this. Okay. So that makes it a 504, this bit. M01, U01 and 004. So I've got all the parts. I think. There's a bit that back. So this is essentially going to be a video of watching me not knowing what I'm doing. So once again you get to see me looking stupid. Okay. We have a plug. Nothing to plug into it. Okay, having read the video, I understand that now. This, just a red herring. There's nothing that plugs in. Don't know why that's included in the box, just to confuse simpletons like me. So essentially we've got the CO2 one-use cylinder. On top of that goes the regulator. So it's just a cheap, well, it's not that cheap obviously, but they say it's to keep costs down. They haven't provided one with gauges, so the next model up from that will come with gauges and things like that. But essentially you use this little twisty bit here to control the flow, and airline tubing or CO2 tubing goes in there, which then goes into your bubble counter, which I don't know if you can see that, but you have a little needle down there and that will count out bubbles and you'll know how much CO2 you're injecting. And then goes, so there's an in and the out on top. So in is from this, out then goes to the diffuser, a little nipply bit there, and then that gets dispersed into your water column. And the other bits are just so liquid fertilizers basically, which you dose at the same time, plus a test kit, so you can see what's going on in the tank and make sure everything's right, because it's very important that you know what's going on in relation to pH, KH and CO2, because if that varies, that can alter how effective or essentially how much what am I trying to say, the toxicity of things can vary depending on the pH that's going on. So you can buy extra bits to upgrade this to have the version with the valves and the not the valves, the losing the ability to think, those things, the gauges, that's the word. And it can also be upgraded to get the computer element there, which does need the plug, so I think that's what that is included for, or you can put it on timers and things to open it. So this is very much the manual version, which is going to rely on me being able to remember to turn it on and then turn it back off again, because you only run CO2 when the lights are on. You don't run them when they're off, because that would defeat the purpose and possibly crash your tank and kill all your fish, and you don't want that. At least that's my understanding. By all means chime in if I've got that wrong somehow. So yeah, I've got all the kit that I need to get started, but we'll save that for another video. So far impressed, all looks the business. Let's see how we got on. At the moment I'm thinking I'm going to put this in my, well, I don't know, to be honest. I was going to put it in my discus tank, in the big display tank, but it's already, I've stopped dosing CO2 liquid carbon and ferts because it's getting out of control. It's just growing like nobody's business. I think it's just hit that natural balance of water changes, amount of fish poop, which is the natural fertilizer, and everything else that's going on in there seems to be just hit that sweet spot, and everything's growing really well. I'll maybe put a little video down here to show you what the growth's been like. So I'm not sure, I might even set up a new tank, so it might be a wee while before I get around to using this. My son's got a tank in his bedroom that's essentially just got some fake plants and ornaments and things like that, and he wanted a bit of a change in there, but it might be a bit too small to go all out on this kind of CO2 front on, but it'd be more of a nano tank, and I don't know, would that work on a nano tank? Give me some suggestions. I might just have to go and buy another fish tank and try it on that, who knows. I am always looking for an excuse to buy a new one. But yeah, so far so good. Thank you very much, JBL and Psychedelic Babe, for running your competition. Remember, I've got a competition going on as well. You have a couple of weeks left, I think, or a week or so, to get your entries submitted for that. Nothing quite as fancy, but it's a cash value, none the same. Get your entries in, and remember, I'll put a link to that video somewhere as well. Hello. And remember to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys later.